Okay, we have the green bars, we have the live counter sticking up, so we should now be live, which of course means welcome back to the Storytime Network. We are back with more D&D, so let us begin.
So, already tripping over my own words. So, our heroes, Seamus the half-elf bard, Felix the Eladrin painter, Dairon the Genasi rogue, and Aldane the half-elf paladin. The four of you, along with Akra and Rua, continued the training, and we skipped ahead about a month and a half. During that time, Akra was having you do various physical and also mental exercises. Once that month and a half was done, he challenged you all to another sparring. This time, he would immediately use all of his abilities right out the gate, and he started off with a very hard-hitting cone of cold that nearly took out Felix.
Yeah, that wasn't great.
However, you recovered, and it got to the point where you did quite a bit of damage to him, and in the end, he called for the end of the spar. Afterwards, you cleaned yourselves up, and were basically left to your own devices, during which Akra came to speak with you all, one-on-one, reaffirming your progress, trying to help with some of any of your mental issues, and other things. It was very much an insight into him as a person as well, you could tell, just because of how he talks and like how he comes across. Eventually, when it was time for one of the meals of the day, Akra wasn't there to be seen, and neither was Rua. Eventually, you found him, and the two of them were having a one-on-one spar. And yeah, that was kind of it. There wasn't a lot. A lot did happen, because a lot was talked about, but like... yeah. So, I'm actually going to say that several more months pass, and it's actually to a point where you eventually come to the end of your training. During this time, let me check what roles we did again for the training, to remind myself. I should have got these chat logs earlier. Got 101 pages on these chat logs. Wild. That was it. It was 2 strength and 2 constitution rolls. So, for first of all, Seamus, can you give me 2 strength rolls, 2 dex rolls, and 2 constitution rolls?
So you said 2 strength rolls, 2 dex rolls, and 2 con rolls?
Yes. Not saving throws.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, you actually notice a very clear improvement over time. You do, as time passes on, Akra does make the challenge, like the things that he's having you do, more challenging, but you actually find yourself acclimating to them pretty easily. And yeah, you handle them pretty well. Very nice. Dairon, give me the same rolls.
Nope. Here we go.
So, you find yourself still... There's bits where you can clearly see you're excelling in, but there are definitely parts, especially with some of the physical challenges, that you do find yourself like having to take more breaks than you would probably like. You are getting by. It's not like you're failing or anything. But I mean, there's definitely room for improvement, which isn't a bad thing. Felix, same.
Alright.
Give me the rolls.
Well, I'm showing improvement.
This is based off an average, not like a curve. Yep, so you find yourself acclimating pretty well as well. You notice, like, Seamus is surprisingly ahead of you when it comes to most of the other things. But you are also still doing very well yourself. Again, you know, you're also having to take more breaks than you might like, but you're still doing very well. And you find yourself acclimating to it quicker than you would have expected, which is always good. Aldane, give me the rolls.
So 2 strength, 2 dex, 2 con.
Yes.
You got it, boss.
I'm getting your good look out of the way as well for the Evan fight.
Oh boy.
I'm making you waste all your nat 20s now. Imagine. So you find yourself getting through them pretty well as well. You've acclimated to them quite nicely, especially when it comes to the physical, like the actual strength skills, the training. And yeah, you get through that very nicely as well. Now we'll do Rua's rolls. Also need to... During this time as well, you would have had all your things refilled, like your spell slots and your resources. You've had many long rests.
No, we're at level 5 exhaustion.
Rua... Damn. So you notice he's also not like... He's actually in the lower end. But he also has the handicap of having one arm. So stuff like some of the strength training and things like that are actually really tricky for him. When it comes to training you all, he's actually a lot... When he's not having you do general exercises together, he is giving you all like specific like training plans. And yeah. How do I describe it? And yeah, eventually the 6 months pass and he has you all gathered together in the dojo. So, I didn't expect it to go by this quickly, but 6 months has passed. Congratulations, you've passed the training.
Does that mean we're level 10 now?
I don't know what that is, but maybe. But yeah, I think you're all ready to handle what is to come. Don't forget, it's only been 2 days out there, but it's been 6 months for you guys.
Oh, I guess I turned 20 in this time, huh?
Some of you might have, yeah. Oh yeah, birthdays! I forgot about that. God, I'll be over 300 and... He starts counting his fingers, doesn't matter. Anyway. So, let's make our way out. And as he leads you out of the dojo, he activates his medallion, and I'll bring us all back to the world map. If it wants to load. There we go.
What's up for me?
And... So, you... before you all leave, though, he does give you, like... Not only is he, like, sorted out your clothes, the ones that you had when you came in, he's also, like, you've noticed, like, fixed any damages in your outfits, like, sharpened your weapons and made them look nicer. And he does hand you back your Dracolich weapons. And, well, weapons and cloak. When you re-equip the gear, you do feel that familiar presence from when, you know, from the Dracolich pieces anyway.
I almost forgot what this felt like.
During the 6 months, Akra would have told you part of it as well that he had you not use them that entire time is just in case, even though you might have a resistance to their corruptive effects, it's still good to give you like a long break so that you aren't. So they can't do anything to you really.
Yeah.
And if anything did happen, you would be contained within that space for Akra to deal with whatever happens. But nothing ever came to that, so doesn't matter. When you leave, you find yourself back where you were before when you came in, which is like right in front of the castle in Cordis. It's pretty quiet. You see people going about their business, and you see several people like looking shocked as they just see you guys pop out of nowhere.
Wow.
Real quick, Kaido, is there anything we need to change on our character sheets other than just like re-equipping our equipment?
Well, you'll have your levels and shit because you're now level 10.
Oh, okay.
Plus your stat buff, plus your feet, plus your fighting style. But that'll be something we can do next session because this is mostly going to be a roleplay session.
Okay.
So, as you come back to the world of, well, the actual world, Akra tells you, take a break, speak to your families. I mean, you have our friends. I mean, you haven't seen them for 6 months. Do whatever you need to do. After all, be needing to get ready for invading Black Rain. If you need me, I'll be at Tenoyama, going back to the orphanage. And he leaves you all to your own devices.
So we're just gonna do all the level 10 stuff after this, I assume.
You can do that between like right now, because what we'll be doing is we'll be taking turns to do role playing. So you guys can like do some of your things while other people are doing role play. We can do it during the break. We can do it after the session, before next session. It's no rush. The only thing you would probably need to care about is if any of you like raise any stats or want to raise any stats that might require you to roll with those. Like, I don't know, if any of you want to do insight checks but you don't have the wisdom that you would have liked to have had.
I need to step away for a minute, so can you, I'll go last.
I was going to have you go first. I'm joking.
Okay.
Go for it. If that's the case, I will do a D3 then, instead of a D4. 1 D3. And Felix.
Oh, great. Oh, okay.
So, before we actually continue, you were told before any, like, real planning and, like, sorting out what the planning is going to be, you have a week of time. Technically, you've already had 2 days of that week, so it'll be 5 days before you have to like, before the anything really happens with the invasion.
Yeah.
So you've got like 5 days to like prepare, do whatever you need to do. This will be effectively your final conversations with people before the end of this act. So what we're going to do is, all of you will be able to pick one person or group, potentially, to speak with. Once you've all gone through the rotation, the person who began first, again, will then be allowed to pick another person or group, if any of you want to do anything like that. So, like, for example, I don't know, Felix could speak, like, I don't know, talk to Akra, then Aldain could talk to his parent, mum and sister, then Seamus could talk to, like, Tora, I don't know why, but you know. And then like Darren could talk to Zaras, then Felix can talk to whoever, Aldain, Seamus, and then Dyron, and so on. So, who do you want to speak to? I feel like there's probably one person you do like to talk to very often.
Yeah, fuck it, let's go to Ration first.
So, you actually see Ration as you're walking through on the way to the slums. You actually see him in the middle tier district doing work. It's crazy because you've seen him more times slacking off on the job than you have actually seen him doing stuff on the job.
Did you get a bump on the head when that prison mysteriously burned down?
What prison?
You know, I'm not sure. I don't know why I brought it up.
Yeah, exactly. Also, I do work. You just often happen to catch me when I'm not doing work. In fact, I actually helped a guy who was about to jump off a building earlier today.
You know, it occurs to me you probably have the same opinion of me. We often see each other in our downtime, so yeah. I suppose.
You happen to just seek me out. I'm not thinking about you every waking moment.
I mean, I'm not thinking about you every waking moment, but I am thinking about you a lot, if only because I keep coming across your siblings a lot.
I don't have siblings, I'm an only child.
Then you're doppelgangers.
I mean, we did fight doppelgangers when we first met.
Yeah?
So, are you ready to invade a country?
I mean, is anybody ever ready to invade a country other than, you know, the true monsters?
Warmongers?
But, you know, I think with everything we've gone through, not just in the last 2 days, which felt like 6 months, yeah, everything with Pahala and Bovetman and the Underdark and, you know, everything.
Tenoyama as well.
Tenoyama as well, yeah. I think we've got a good shot at this.
I think you do. I'll be still here, looking after the fort and making sure I can still play Mahjong while you're away. After all, these businesses that employ illegal immigrants can't, you know, give me bribes without them. I don't know where I'm going with this metaphor, but the point is, I'll be safe here, looking after the fort while you go off and maybe die.
Well, that definitely makes me feel better. Just, you know, try not to antagonize any more satyrs.
I mean, you're the one that kept getting chased by him.
I know! I'm
Did you
worried
hear
that
he's
if
broken out of prison?
What prison?
He taps his nose knowingly.
I mean, I did get a mysterious, was it a letter? It wasn't a very clear and, you know, coherent, communication, but yeah, he, I think he's still very unhappy with me.
You could just give him the game that he's wanting.
But I like having all my fingers.
Who says you have to follow through on whatever he asks of you?
Because if I give him what he wants, and then I, you know, don't do what he wants, I feel like he'll go even more insane, and I don't really want to see that.
Yeah, and then he'll be sectioned.
He's already at that point. If he's not been sectioned yet, I don't think it's gonna happen. Honestly, all I'm hoping is that he follows us to Black Rain and he gets caught up in something.
I mean, at that point, he'd probably just sabotage your attempts.
He can try.
We most certainly can. Well, once Black Rain's done with, I think I might actually take a holiday.
I know you work so hard, so it'll be nice to see you let loose.
I mean, I plan to visit my dad. I haven't seen him in a long time.
Oh, where does your dad live?
He pauses for a moment. Tenoyama.
Oh, it's very nice over there. It was a little, rocky when I went there, what with, those two Oni brothers who were causing some trouble and the giant dragon turtle.
Oh, they've been dealt with.
Oh, yeah, no, we definitely took care of them. I think one of them's
Nice.
still alive. I can't remember.
Well, that's always good to know.
Hmm.
Who knows, maybe I'll finish the job.
Keep an eye out for a guy called Hanekoma. I think you could really take him for everything he's got.
Oh, him! Oh, God. Sora was telling me about it, how he got embarrassed in front of everyone. That must have been funny. I
Oh,
wish I
it was
there.
very amusing. Very, very amusing. Try and drop Seamus's name. He might go so red his head explodes.
I mean, he'll probably be too busy being a misogynist or whatever, because that's the kind of guy he was, from what I heard.
Yeah, I mean, I was
Hey,
a little
what now?
I was a little distracted at the time, but that's definitely the vibe I was getting.
From what Sora said, he was.
do?
No, he's saying that Hanakoma's a misogynist, not Seamus.
Oh. I was like, that seems unwarranted. What the fuck?
Yeah, it would be. Yeah. Yeah, from what Sora always said, he was always a spoiled little prick,
Mm.
according to Sora. Well, unfortunately, I have to actually earn my wage for this week. So unless you have anything else you want to talk about, I'll have to leave you alone.
No, just wanted to, see if maybe the last time before, an ancient black dragon took over the world.
I'm sure you won't die. I believe in you. I mean it.
Good, thank you. And we'll have to have a game of something when I get back.
I've been getting into shogi lately.
Yeah, why not? What's the worst that could happen?
The Bucky's paw curls.
Yes, and so he leaves you. And next, who will go next? Seamus, speaking of misogynists.
Crazy.
No, if anything, I feel like Seamus would be a misandrist.
You think so?
I'm joking.
I was gonna say, like,
the most misandrous person.
I think Seamus is an equal rights, equal fights
Yes.
kind of guy.
Darren the misandrist, who is in a group primarily of men.
Dyra doesn't think anything.
So, Aldane, who does Aldane speak with?
Do I only get one choice, or do I get multiple choices?
You can speak to whoever you want. It could be, well, like I said before, if it happens to be people in a group, like, I don't know, your mother and sister, that's fine. Or you could even speak to both the Zarases if you wanted to. That might be funny.
I think I'll start with my family, and then I'll see about
Who do you want to speak to?
my family.
You roboting. You keep roboting when you say
I
what
would
you're-
like to speak to my family.
Okay, I'm going to just do this.
Oh. Hello?
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, that one word was robot-y.
It's like Kingdom Hearts 2. Oh my god. Yeah, so who's Aldane's going to talk to?
So while we're waiting for Jack to sort this out, Kato, can you just like send the list of the stuff we've got to sort out now?
Yeah, I'll do it in the Discord.
Yeah.
There we go. So yes, Aldane.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
It'll probably stay like this.
So who's Aldane speaking to?
His family, his yeah.
Part of me was kind of hoping robot again.
I'd be so pissed.
So, you head back home. You see your mother and sister in the living room talking to each other. Your mother sees you and smiles. Oh, it's good to see you, Aldane. How have you been?
I've been well. I've been training.
As she approaches you and like checks you over, she actually frowns a bit. You seem taller, actually. Only a bit, but I can tell. So how's the training?
It was intense, but it was very good.
Well, I'm sure it'll mean all the difference. Although considering what Kuro at least was telling me about the reports from what you were doing, it seems like there shouldn't be too much trouble for you. Aldane?
Yes. It's just worries a little bit, you know.
I know. But considering you faced everything on Headstrong and with your friends, I am confident you will make it back.
I appreciate the vote of confidence. Regardless, I'm going to go out there and do my best.
I know you will. You're a Cyanodel at the end of the day, and that's what we do. You know, it's funny. Every day I look at you, you always remind me of your father. In a good way. After all,
I do not. Yeah.
despite his past affiliations, he was never terrible with me. I wanted to be with him, and I do mean that. If we could have stayed together, I would have liked that. But, and she glances back to your sister, I'm happy with her as well.
I'm glad that you have two children you can be proud of.
I'm grateful for you, Aldane, and I do mean that.
Haldane smiles softly. He's heard words of praise from his mother many times before, but it's the first time in a long time he's let them truly hit home for him.
It's nice, nevertheless, anyway. Yeah. have you spoken to Oriana yet?
No, I was planning on doing so after I visited you.
Well, I'm sure you can stop and have some tea and biscuits before you leave.
Might be a good idea.
So, as you sit with your mother, unless you have anything else you want to say,
Nothing in particular.
we'll move on now between Dairon or Seamus. Let's see. And Dairon. Who would you be speaking with first? Again?
Okay. I have two choices. I'm up to mine.
Well, you'll have someone else to speak to after this anyway, so...
Okay. So, is Sora and his assistant around?
Yeah, they're around. Do you go to them?
Yeah.
So, you watch as you knock on the door and walk in, you see Sora, like, lay on his side on the couch, and you just see Hannah hard at work as, like, stacks of books are on her desk. As you open the door, you see Sora roll over, and you watch him rub his eyes.
Morning,
Oh,
sunshine.
Dairon. It's good to see you. What time is it?
Looks outside.
As you check the clock, because there is a clock in the office, it's like 1 p.m.
You're good, I suppose.
It's not too bad.
How are you? And how are you, Hannah?
Hard at work, no thanks to him.
Of course.
You
course.
actually watch as she picks one of the books up and throws it at him. I'm gonna make a roll. That connects. You watch as the book hits him in the side, and he just, like, sits up. Okay, fine, I'll sit up. And you watch him, like, roll his neck and stuff, and he adjusts, like, his suit jacket. So, how was the training?
I think it went well. We'll see how it is, actually.
You seem taller. Only by a bit.
I'm 20 now, I think.
Happy birthday, I guess.
Yeah, time gets weird in there.
Well, we could hold a party for you and all your friends when you return.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be cause for celebration anyways. You liberate Black Crane. As someone who was always a fly on the wall to the Black Crane politics, it'd be nice to see that country change for the better.
I agree. At the time, something changed.
Who knows, maybe I could open up my own branch there as well. I'm sure plenty of people there would be happy receiving a loan or too.
Ira looks over at Hannah just to see her response to this.
She gives him the most, like, dead stare and just shakes his eyes.
Oh.
He's only saying this because he wants a holiday.
Yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, just wanted to come and see you guys before I vanished for a few weeks.
Well, it's good to always see you, Dairon. It's good to see all of you guys. You should all stop sometime and come in to the office. I've always got more debt collection that I could shirk onto other people.
Speaking of connections,
Yes.
have you had any contact with anyone in Bovetman?
Well, the Bovetment branch has been doing pretty well, but no one's really been taking out loans at the moment there. We did have one guy who had this pretty nasty-looking sword wearing full armor, and he took a loan out a while ago. He was a friendly enough chap, at least. He never said what he wanted to do with the loan, though. Although it's never my place to ask. The only thing I ask of people is to prove that they want the money. And he did, and then some.
That worked out for you then, I guess.
I just like seeing money exchange hands. The reason why I did this, to begin with this business, is because, well, people say money can't buy happiness, but it really can. When happiness can mean a roof over your head, a meal in your belly, security, warmth, comfort.
Yeah, I feel that.
You know, it would be nice if we lived in a world where we didn't have to have money be the thing that exchanges goods, but that's just how things have been. And having been homeless myself, I know what the power of money can do. In fact, and he actually gets out of his seat and walks to his desk, and you watch as he pulls out a stack of coins, and from the stack, you actually see what looks like a stab mark in like a pile of coins. I had some of these coins in my chest pocket. When we got invaded by Black Crane, one of the people tried to stab me in the heart, and these actually blocked it.
Oh wow.
They gave me a new lease on life, actually. After all, I was actually going to take a 2-year break and just close the offices down until I decided to come back out again.
Hannah, how do you feel about that?
I wouldn't have minded. It would have given me an excuse to visit my family.
Where are they? Where are you from normally?
I'm from Colonia Pole.
That was a fun trip, if I'm honest.
From what I heard, you only went to the Forbidden Ice.
It was actually a fun trip, not gonna lie.
You'll have to tell us about it when you come back. And unless you have anything else you want to say to Sora and Hannah, do you, Dairon?
I think like I'm just, as a player, I'm like realizing that Dyer doesn't have a lot of connections in Centropolis,
Yeah.
which is fine. It's just, but I think Dyer just like exchanges money with them, tells some stories.
Well, Seamus.
I mean, Dairon's story is kind of the same as mine on that front. There's not a ton of connections I have in Centralis, you know, now that Kurogane's kind of already gone ahead.
Well, you've still got people you could talk to.
One, actually, I was thinking of one person I'd like to talk to in
Who
particular.
would that be?
I want to find my master who taught me Eldritch Blast.
Oh, okay. Give me a investigation check.
There you are. Not the best.
So, let me make a roll as well. Unfortunately, you don't find your master. I'm sorry to say.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
But as you're wandering around, you happen to run into a very familiar green-eyed Goliath. It's Jade.
Oh, Jade, fancy seeing you out here.
Good to see you as well, Seamus. How are you doing? How was the training?
First rule of Popo's training: do not talk about Popo's training.
Imagine.
Fuck is Popo?
The police.
Second rule of Popo's training.
He means the police Popo, not the cool Popo. But no.
No, but in character. It was intense.
Well, that sounds like Akura's training. I mean, I myself was trained by him before I left.
You went into the Hyperbolum Lion Tamer?
Oh, I never did that thing. He said he didn't want to have children do it because the isolation could drive us crazy.
Yeah, I guess I could see that happening.
Davis starts twitching.
But it's good to see you, though.
Likewise.
I'm sure you'll. Hey, we'll both be charging in the front lines.
Oh yeah, well, I think if I'm up at the vanguard with you, then some horrible mistake has happened.
Well, to my knowledge, the general idea is that we were going to punch a hole in for you guys to break through.
Oh, well, in that case, I look forward to working with you.
Likewise, it'd be nice to fight with you. If you're anything like the rest of your friends, I know you'll be strong. And you would have had to have been to get this far, of course.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. I only hope to live up to your expectations.
You already are anyway. I mean, you don't have to be physically powerful like me or Aldane. The fact that you've got, like I said, the fact you've got this far says everything.
Well, thank you, Jade. You've given me a real vote of confidence here.
Of course. We're all friends. Even if you and I haven't spoke to each other very much, it doesn't mean we're still not friends. And hey, maybe we'll have to change that when you return.
Maybe we will.
I'll rope you into
Assuming we all get
Java.
through this in one piece, right?
I'm sure we will. With someone like Akra helping us, I believe in it. I mean, heck, you've had 6 months to train with him. You should know what kind of person he's like.
Oh, don't I?
And you know Rua as well. And hey, you
Just
know...
Seamus like kind of slowly brings his knees together and like cringes a little bit. Just memories of nut shots.
And hey, you even knew Rua's dad. So you should know what it's like to be alongside people from their family.
Yeah, I'm just glad I'm not a part of that lineage. It just sounds like they have a rough go of it.
Yeah, same. I was actually looking at taking a break after this anyway, going on holiday.
Oh, well, the Blue Sands Resort is quite a nice destination.
1 second, sorry.
So I've decided what my stat pluses are going to be, but still struggling with everything else.
Yeah, I'm still struggling with.
I'm definitely gonna boost my con by 1. Question is, what else am I gonna do?
So what I've done is I've done plus. So because rogues get an ASI at level 10, I've boosted my wisdom up from 14 to 18.
Yeah.
Which I think makes the most sense. It would have been that or boost my strength up.
My dinner is ready. That's what we're saying. Yeah. So, Jade. Yeah. So Jade said to you. Yeah. So I'm looking at actually taking a break after this is over. When I got here, I was actually trying to find my parents. Well, my dad.
Have you had any luck?
Well, I managed to find my aunt and uncle on my mother's side, but not my dad. Apparently, according to my aunt and uncle, he has similar coloured eyes to me.
Any idea where he could be?
No clue.
Well, maybe that can be something that one of us or all of us could help you with.
If you'd be willing to, I'd really appreciate that.
Out of character. Side quest time! No, yeah. If anything, it could be... That could be a vacation in and of itself.
Mm-hmm.
More of a vacation of familial discovery, as it were.
Well, we'll definitely have to do that then next time. Who knows? Maybe Kuro can come with us as well when he's saved.
Oh, that would be a nostalgia trip for me. Did I ever tell you about the trouble he and I used to get up to out in Tennoyama growing up?
He told me a lot about you, actually. Well, you and a lot of the people he grew up with when he came here.
Hopefully all bad things.
It was always a surprise to finally get a face to the name. In a good way, though.
Mm-hmm. Well then,
He was always very quiet about himself.
well then, maybe we'll have to have a meal together sometime, and I get to learn about you, and you get to learn a little bit about my stories with Kuro.
Akira actually taught me how to cook Tennoyama food, so I could even prepare something for us all.
Oh, and I've just been thinking about how homesick I am.
He's the one who got me into Sukemen, actually. Which is
Seamus's mouth starts to visibly water. No, I'm kidding.
out of character. Sukemen is like ramen with the noodles separate, and you dip the noodles into the broth.
That actually sounds really good.
Yeah,
Great, it's a date.
not that kind of date though.
You know what I mean. I meant like
No.
casual, just like that's
I
the
know.
plan.
With everyone. I was gonna say I am still 16.
Yeah, no. Seamus is not BBL Drizzy out here. Seamus is not that.
He's not Dr. Disrespect.
No. Certified lover boy.
Are you sure you want to go with that?
BBL Drizzy.
It's the cops. Oh shit.
Oh,
Here
no
for
way.
Seamus.
Seamus, what did you do?
It was an ambulance actually.
No, but
Yeah,
Seamus, what did you do?
Because Akira's
out of
gonna
character.
Akira's gonna crush Seamus for trying to ask out Jade.
No, out of
Seamus
character.
got caught sending a minor.
Out of character. It's gonna be the whole squad going.
Yeah,
I'm
of
pretty sure.
course.
Yeah, it's not just gonna be fucking Seamus. That'd be weird. But
So
is that gonna be our first side quest when we get back?
it's up to you guys.
Here's the thing.
Until then, though,
Here's the thing. I remember meeting somebody who had eyes like Jade. I don't remember where that was.
as you walk away, Seamus, give me an intelligence check. As you recount anyone you know who would have similar eye colours to Jade.
I'm begging for the most comedically timed nat 1 in history.
Is Seamus smart today?
Nope.
No, he's not. Damn it.
You can't think of anyone off the top of your head.
No thoughts, head empty.
So, what we'll do is, we'll call a short break, and then we'll go back into who Felix is speaking to next.
Right. Yeah, I need to think about that. Ugh.
Go.
So, it's funny I actually mentioned it, Dylan. Part of this is actually to set up for future events in the next acts that will be taking place.
Yeah, and seeing as how Dairon and Seamus don't have a ton of connections in Cordis, I'm sure we're going to be the vehicles for that more than Aldane and Felix would be.
Can be any of you guys.
I'm between alert and skilled for my
Make Dyron the ultimate skill monkey.
well,
Oh
next
yeah, I need
level,
to look up what I get on my level up.
like at a level 11, I get reliable talent, which makes a 10 plus modifier. So
Once I hit level 12, I'll be able to increase my stats some more, and I'll get some nice even numbers.
You
but
could always, well, it depends for some of you. some of you could always level up a stat that's actually quite low. So maybe have like just so it's like a neutral stat, or even like raise a tertiary stat up. There's always the
Bardic Inspiration's a D10 now.
There's always the safest option to just raise your Constitution by 2 or 1, depending on what number it's at. Because that extra HP can mean a massive difference.
It can.
Yeah, I'm going +1 to Con and Charisma just to get them both up to the next. Get them up to +2.
Ooh.
I did +1 to Con and Strength, so I can level up Strength when I next get a stat.
Oh yeah, I forgot Strength was like you didn't put Strength high. Charisma's higher for you, isn't it?
Yes.
Mhm. I'm just having some lemon fish with a Carolina Reaper sauce.
Nice. So yeah, do you guys have thoughts about skilled or alert for Dairon? Which do you think would be more thematically appropriate?
I'm still trying to decide on my what feat I'm gonna take.
I mean,
my instinct would probably be alert.
alert would be more thematically appropriate for Darren because they're a lot more them being cautious and not paranoid, but alert is more of a character trait for them than them having a lot of skill in a lot of varieties.
Right.
Are we taking a break right now?
Yeah, we're in a break.
Get myself some food because I'm starving right now.
Yo, I get an extra 5th level spell slot. And
Yeah,
I can... It says I can learn 2 more spells. Because it goes from 12 to 14, from 9 to 10. But then it just says magical secrets. And my Bardic Inspiration roll is D10, and then I get expertise. But I think that's just skills. I get to have proficiencies and 2 more skills.
Expertise is double proficiency in a skill. Is the second set of it's like you add your proficiency bonus again to a skill you already have.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, I got expertise. I think the first time at 3rd level there, and then again at the 10th level here. So how do you do that in your character sheet?
So in your character
gear.
sheet, if you click on the gear section of your character sheet, there should be the part where you can go to the settings. Just check, and then if you scroll down, you should see skill options. Because you've already got expertise, you've already got persuasion and perception expertise. So you just click on whichever one you want to change it from normal to expert.
Oh yeah, I have perception and persuasion already. Let's see. What's something?
Yeah, Bard gets a lot at level 10 actually, yeah. So you get a D10 in Bardic Inspiration, you can choose 2 more skill proficiencies.
Yeah. And then Magical Secrets, is that 2 more spells?
So for expertise, you get to pick 2 more expertises you want. So that could be anything you've already got. And yeah, so you can choose 2 spells from any classes that don't have to be Bard, and you can pick anything from those to get.
2 spells that from any classes, including Bard, or that aren't.
So you could pick Cleric, you could pick Warlock, you could pick Wizard.
Oh my god. Okay, I think I have some spells on my list that are unselected that I might just equip. But
I would look at other spells because bearing in mind when you had because there's loads of fun spells from Wizard or shit that you could get.
Yeah. I'll need some suggestions, but I'm gonna pick my expertise real quick. I'm thinking. Shit.
Oh yeah, Brewer gets kind of a mid.
What's something that we roll that we're all really shit at?
None of.
Strength.
No, there's definitely some things that we roll that we're all shit at. I can't do anything with strength.
It's religion and history.
Religion and history, you think?
None of you have a proficiency in religion.
Actually, it would make sense for a bard to be proficient in religion and history. Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, Rua gets
I'll
kind
do
of a really mid-level 10. He gets immunity to poison and disease,
Oh, wait.
and the only other thing he gets is an extra +5 to his movement speed. So now Rua's at 55 movement.
So Seamus just learned some shit.
Also, I'm rolling Rua's HP. Ooh, baby, that's really good. Now Rua's at 83 HP. And he also gets his bonuses as well to stats.
Huh. Oh, real quick, Kaido. On my core page on my character sheet, do I have to check religion too?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay, so now I have a +9 to religion and a +9 to history.
Actually, that should be higher for Rua. He has an 18 in Constitution now. So he has an 84 HP stat.
Jeez. And my AC still hasn't gone up, and my max HP hasn't gone up.
Unless you raise Constitution or Dexterity, no.
Oh shit! Yeah, would expertise in anything do anything for my AC? But
No.
no, I was gonna say no. I don't think it would. I'm like, dang it! Can I raise my Constitution with that? Nah.
No. Dex is your best bet for raising your AC.
You could get the Tough feat.
Oh, do
is
I get a
really-
feat?
Yeah, you will get a feat as long as it doesn't level up a stat.
Let me look it up.
Because Tough is like I think what's Tough again? Yeah, Tough is an extra +2. So yeah, your hit point maximum increases by an amount equal to twice your level when you gain this feat.
Oh, that's hit point max?
Yeah, so whenever you gain a level hereafter, your hit point max increases by an additional 2. And doesn't that retroactively apply?
Yeah, that's the plus. That's like you increase by double your
Seamus-
level.
Yeah, Seamus would get a shit ton of HP immediately with Tough.
Oh, so it would retroactively work then.
Yeah, you'd
Damn.
get,
Yeah.
you'd
So
get 20,
I would get
you'd-
20.
You'd get 20 HP instant. Wow.
Or 18 HP? Because
Sort
we start at level 1?
of depends what order you'd want to do it in. Wait, yeah, no, just do 20. I think that's fine.
But okay, so I can pick any one that doesn't level up, like Dexcon, Charisma, whatever. Okay, so nothing that increases a stat.
Diron has a +10 to initiative.
Nice.
Cause fuck it.
I love how often Roll20 just doesn't want to work for me when I have like tabs open. I've just put Rua's new thing in twice and it's actually not accepted it. Oh, there it is. So it has, but not. Oh, fucking stupid piece of shit. Whatever. Done now.
Technology is a bitch.
But yeah, Rua's had a big jump. He really hasn't. The most he's got is like, well, he hit max HP and he's had a HP boost. And
Hey,
he's
does Dairon have
run
crossbow
harder.
expert feat?
No. I've chosen
wonder.
to take alert.
Oh, okay. Ooh,
I'm
what's
not telling you guys what Rua's feat is that he's picked.
Ooh, that's cool.
What is?
Alert. Seeing how high
Yeah.
my passive perception is too, like, I think alert might be good for me too. Like, just
You-
say, like,
if you two pick the same fucking feats again, I'll piss myself laughing. Go for it if you want. Obviously, you can't. You know.
wait, what other
I'm not
feat do we
gonna
have in
stop
common?
you.
Darren picks that feat as well, alert. Because you both have observant, and you'll both have alert.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and observant was like we didn't even consult each other for that or anything.
Yeah.
Later.
So when you told me you were picking alert, observant, Dylan, I was like, oh, Gen picks that.
By the way, Is Uncanny Dodge a feat?
No.
That's a
Damn
rogue
it.
feature.
Damn it.
Do you just want to play a rogue? Is that what we're learning today?
No, I want to have something that can like reduce the damage I take. Like whether it's my AC being
shield.
raised, my max
could get-
HP being raised, or my fucking dex
Shi-
being raised.
I mean,
Yeah.
shield is good, but because of how low your AC is, you'd burn through spell slots like a bitch with that.
I mean,
Yeah.
mage armor, actually.
Mage armor's not bad. Don't you have to not wear armor for that though?
You can't wear armor, but if
So
you
it's-
give,
Wait,
if you
where's
take,
mage armor?
it's a first level spell.
Oh, okay.
If you take, was it Eldritch Adept?
Hmm.
You might be able, you'll be able to get free mage armor every day.
Eldritch Adept. There you are.
Because
Yeah,
one of the
it's 13 plus Dex mod, so it would be alright.
What is my dex mod right now? My dex mod is 2 right now.
so
So
15
you'd have
AC.
15. Yeah.
15 as in that.
Fine.
15 temporary
Yeah.
HP or
No, you'd have
AC.
15 AC. Yeah.
15 AC? I already have 15 AC.
Yeah, so nothing changes then.
Yeah, it's useless then. Okay.
It's alright.
Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Random question.
Random answer.
How much dungeon diving are we going to be doing in the future here?
So, when you... So Act 2 will have a lot more dungeon delving. I'll promise you that.
Say what?
Act 2 will have a lot more dungeon delving. I know
Yeah,
what feat
so-
you're thinking
Yeah,
of,
you saw. Yeah.
but it's very situational, and it's
That's
not
what I'm
anything
thinking.
that... It's not anything that Dairon with their incredible perception can't do anyway.
Keep in mind, Seamus, you also have comparable perception.
Yeah, I know.
Like Dungeon Delve is not bad. It's just like none of you will really. This campaign's a lot more social
Mhm.
than it is like dungeoning. So it'll
Yeah.
be a way. It would have been better to get that way earlier than now.
What if
So it's
I
kind
just
of a
go
waste.
full Kirito?
One, get
No.
The
dual
dual
wielder.
wielder feat. Dual wielder
Oh,
feat.
The problem is, unless you have really good like dex or strength, it's worthless on you.
Mm.
I know. I have decent decks, but not great.
You're never going to be
No.
in the front lines, though.
You're also
I
not.
know,
a
I'm
Valor
totally
Bard,
joking
or-
around.
If you're a Valor or Blades Bard, sure, but because you don't have either, you'd be a bad everything.
Whereas, I'm actually considering getting the 2 weapon fighting style, dueling or defense.
I think I'm definitely gonna pick defense. Just get that AC a little bit higher.
That's what I'm gonna try to do for me.
I don't know what fighting style Rue would get.
I'm stuck on
What's a good-
I'm stuck on my feet because there's just like a few that I could pick that would probably help me, but I just don't know which one to go for.
Oh, I know what Rue's picking.
Yeah, what are
Again, I'm
good
not-
feats to pick for defense? Like, what it would be a feat that helps.
Just defend. Just if you want to be more defensive with feet, it's tough. Just
Tough is
Pick
your
the-
best bet.
pick defense fighting style and get tough the feet. You'll instantly be a lot more bulkier.
Let me see. You said defensive fighting? What? Defensive fighting style?
The fighting style that you'll be able to pick. Just pick defense.
Oh, okay.
Just gain a +1 AC while you have armor, which is incredibly valuable.
Plus
Because
1
D&D doesn't have a lot of ways to like. The problem is though, if you pick defensive, you can't have mage armor. Although you don't need mage armor, so yeah,
Yeah, I was
ignore
gonna
that.
say.
Yeah, we already scrapped the mage armor idea.
Man, boosting my con stat really boosts my hit points.
Yeah.
I have to check what else Paladin gets at this
I need
level.
to check RPG bot for a sec. I need to familiarize myself with something.
What is a finesse
Ooh.
weapon?
So any
Weapons that
weapon
give you
Dex weapon.
allows
that's
you to
it.
use dex instead of strength for its attack and
like
damage
short
rolls.
sword, rapier, dagger.
Okay, so defensive duelist. Was that what you were talking about when you were saying defensive fighting style?
No.
No, when you look at the actual fighting styles under fighter,
Oh. Okay.
silly
So like
goose.
if I wanted to multi-class into fighter.
Well, no, because you're getting a fighting style from fighter or any other like class. Look at those, and those are one of the things you can pick.
Let me see. Sorry guys, I'm still a noob here.
You're fine.
Where do I find like the bard fighting styles?
There
Right,
isn't any
like-
for bard. You have to look under fighter or other classes.
So there's
Oh.
there's paladin, ranger, and fighter fighting styles.
Yeah, there are some that are exclusive to paladin and ranger that you are allowed to pick because of this. But yeah,
God,
There we
that's a
go.
lot of feats.
that's why I'm limiting you to only ones that can't boost stats, which is still most of them.
Okay, so in order to get that defense fighting style, what exactly would I have to do?
Nothing. You just get
You
it.
just-
You can just if you
you just
choose it,
get
you
it,
just
yeah.
get it.
Oh, really? And it doesn't cost anything to get it, or like?
No, no.
No.
This is part of the improvement that we got as part of the training.
Oh, okay, okay.
On top of your
Um,
other like level 10 buffs.
So
Yeah.
then, would I have to adjust anything in my character sheet?
You just give yourself just +1 AC.
Okay, cool. Da, 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 da.
Also, by the looks of things, the only real difference for the paladin and ranger fighting styles is the addition of ranger. It's 2 cantrips from the druid spell list, and then paladin it's 2 from the cleric spell list, I believe.
Yeah.
I think those are the only different ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Druidic Warrior, or I think it's Blessed Warrior. For
Yeah, Blessed
Paladin.
Warrior.
Yeah, I was right. I'm a gamer.
Ooh, blind fighting is a good fighting style.
Yeah, blind fighting's pretty good. Because there are times where you just see, that'd be good for Dairon before Genasi eventually got fucking dark vision as a racial thing anyway.
I think most races at this point have dark vision.
Yeah, it's kind of why I'd never want to play human. I'm so used to dark vision, I'd never want to fucking pick one. Right, there we go.
All right. Yeah, I am going to give myself my 16 AC, which is still kind of. I'm still not happy with that. And then
16's better than what you had before.
yeah, I remember when we started, I had like 13,
Yeah,
and I had
really
to fight
bad.
like every time we were
Yeah.
like leveling up. I'm
You-
like, can I do something to increase my AC?
You were fighting for your fucking life.
So often, I'm just like, I hate being squishy and always getting hit. But now I have a way to solve, or at least remedy both. And then, so with tough, I give myself 20 additional max HP.
Yeah, which is a fat amount of HP.
Yeah, now my max HP is 79.
Yeah, you're really close to Rua's HP.
Yeah, I'm trying to make myself at least a little tougher because I know otherwise, like, I'm just gonna be down for half of our final battle.
With the amount of extra utility options, especially of whatever 2 spells you pick, those 2 spells could mean a massive amount of difference as well. Because those could be like, because I never suggest Bard gets stuff like Fireball, because like the thing
We already
is,
have Shatter.
Well, you could have also just played a wizard
Yeah.
if you wanted Fireball. Like, if you spend your magical secrets to get Fireball, that's... I would say that's... Yeah, because, like, the amount of utility a wizard has on their own, you would just be better off picking a wizard.
Yeah.
Like, you could just go Divination Wizard, and that already gives you a lot of support utility.
I do like that I've gone a little bit more Ranger. Like I'm a Ranger Bard almost.
And yeah, you also get... Oh no, it's next level you get 6th level spells.
Yeah, not quite yet. I'm almost there. Should I add Tough onto my feats list, or is that even necessary?
Yes, I would do it. I might do something... I've always loved the idea of like, oh, what if like a random selection of class options that you have just don't work?
Now, are you able to add feats from the compendium, or do you have to like manually?
No, you have to manually put it in.
That's right. Okay.
Do you have any recommendations for feats from me?
Good question. Good question, Jackathon.
Didn't hear any of that again.
Oh.
What are you between?
So...
I haven't heard it down at all, that's why I'm asking.
You could go for... Here's a fun one. Slasher. Oh no, you can't. Slasher increases a stat.
So, Savage Attacker.
Yes. Savage Attack is good. You can just choose to re-roll a damage dice when you hit an enemy. So if you min roll, at worst, you might get another min roll or roll a 2, but that still might be the thing that stops you from fucking magic pixeling people.
Jack.
That would be a perfect one for Brick.
Jack, Sentinel.
Sentinel, yes. Sentinel, my
good
god.
one.
If you hit an enemy, you just stop them from being able to move.
And
yeah.
if a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against somebody other than you, you can use your reaction to attack them.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good.
Another one for you specifically, Shield Master.
Yes. Shield Master would be nasty for you.
Because that adds your proficiency bonus. No, sorry. Your shield's AC bonus to any dex saving throw.
Oh, yeah, that is a good one.
And if you were subjected to an effect that makes you take a dex saving throw to take only half damage, you can use your reaction to take no damage.
At that point, you basically, alongside Dyron and Rua, half the party, well, more than half the party would be immune to dex save damage a good percent of the time.
Sentinel and Shieldmaster are both really good ones.
So I would also say Warcaster's pretty good.
Yeah.
You have advantage on Constitution saves to maintain concentration. When a hostile creature's movement provokes an opportunity attack, you can use a reaction to cast a spell at the creature. That isn't great for you unless you had cantrips, but it's still good. And
The
cast...
advantage on con saving throws is a big help.
Actually, no. That's a waste because there's an Eldritch Invocation that just gives you advantage on con saves. So you could just get Eldritch Adept, and then that just gives you that thing anyway without Warcaster.
But do you not get more benefits by going for Warcaster?
You or Seamus would get more from Warcaster than Aldane ever would.
Yeah, that's fair.
So actually, yeah, I would suggest not. Prodigy's also good for you, Jack. You gain a skill or tool proficiency and a language. Oh no, you gain 1 skill, 1 tool, and 1 language proficiency of your choice, and you can pick expertise in any skill you have.
Damn.
Which means you could get something like insight expertise, or because people always forget, but you could always get perception expertise. Because having more people who are good at perception is never a bad thing.
I mean, the fact that
Mm.
like Seamus and I will often catch something that the other didn't.
And Rua, because Rua also has expertise in it.
Come join the fun, Felix.
Yeah, join the expertise perception club. Get perception pilled.
I-
now
I
you spoiled your
can't-
choice.
I can't pick Prodigy, unfortunately, because it's only half elf, half
Oh,
orc, or
yeah.
human.
True.
So unfortunately, I can't. Not unless I,
So-
fucking decide to multi-class into rogue for some reason.
So for you, Seamus, for you, Dylan, I'm looking at some good spells that you might like. Greater Restoration isn't bad. You can cure an
Wait,
exhaustion
let me
level. You can end charm or petrification. You can cleanse a curse. You can cleanse any reduction to someone's ability scores or hit point max. So if I threw mummies at you again, you would be able to cleanse mummy rot.
I was gonna say we've run into curses a few times, and it's been like
I'm also
like,
going to peek
tough.
behind the curtain. I'm also going to be throwing more curses at you.
no doubt. So is Greater Restoration? What level spell is that?
5th.
I mean,
That's a good
fifth level?
one to pick.
And I also have Mass Cure Wounds at 5th level too. So that's like now I have 2, and I have 2 5th level spell slots. So as long as I'm not using my floating daggers, I could A, cure everybody of curses, and B, give people healing. If we have like almost a party wipe and I'm the only one up, I can literally bring everybody up.
The one you could pick is Awaken.
Oh no, hold on, let me look at the.
So it takes
look at
8 hours to cast. The target must have no intelligence score or an intelligence less than 3. It now gains an intelligence of 10 and gains the ability to speak a language you know. If it's a plant, a creature now gains the ability to move its limbs, roots, vines, creepers, and so forth, and gains senses similar to a human.
Yep, awakened animals is so funny every time.
So if you really wanted to, all of your knives could have a personality.
The episode of Metallic Dragon also looks pretty neat.
Oh my god.
True.
Aldane, from a more like roleplay perspective, I could see inspiring a leader.
Yeah. I mean, tough is always good.
Tough is always a good choice.
Tough is...
I don't know what to choose, but you've given me options.
Also, lucky.
Lucky is always there. I specifically about never choosing Lucky.
So...
I'll be right back.
Oh damn, tough is a good one. I'd be even tankier.
Yeah, I think I stuck with alert just
If
because
you-
having plus 10, having a 10 initiative bonus is
Dylan,
nasty.
if you want another suggestion, Sickening Radiance is fucking heinous. Everyone in a 30-foot radius sphere gains exhaustion for every turn they're in that sphere.
Oh my god, I hate that one.
And
That one's
And
a
they
gnarly spell.
4d10 radiant damage. So if Aldane and like Rua or someone else was like on the outside of the sphere pushing people back in. Or one thing I remember doing as a player, I cast that in a room and locked the door. It was actually quite horrifying, but what else is there? I mean, you could actually pick Find Greater Steed if you want to be a Beastmaster. Seamus could just summon a Griffin or a Pegasus.
Sorry, I was just taking a piss, but I was listening to all of that.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
If you want,
Or I could
you
get
still can't-
Gios and go. I could get Gios and see what happens. No.
Geish.
Geish
It's pronounced
is...
Geish.
Oh.
Yeah, the anime actually lied to us. Geish is good. The problem is that can be really finicky. And how do I describe it?
It's mostly a joke.
It wouldn't be bad. It's just
I could get Cone of Cold.
you could.
No,
Let
but
me
that's,
let me say this about Geish. Is Geish, along with there's a few other spells in the manual that are designed not necessarily for the player but for the DM.
Yeah.
Geish is one of them.
Banishment.
What for the
It's
for the
yeah. It's
DM?
better for, it would be better for me to use it on you guys than it would be
Oh,
to
okay.
like have you guys try and use it on. Banishment's also good.
I've seen a lot of people survive because of a banish.
Banish is one of them. You drop that on like a really bad charisma enemy, and that enemy that might have been like the boss's minion. The boss is now fucked because like yeah.
Mage Slayer looks pretty good.
Yeah, what I'll do is, if you can't decide everything, Dylan, I will send you a list of spells that I would recommend. Or we could all club together and just, like... put
The
out...
Summon Greater Steed, it said it's only 10 minutes.
It takes that long to cast, but that
Yeah.
just lasts forever until that creature dies.
I know
And
that
then you
one
can
of the ones
pre-summon
I'm
it.
gonna get is, what was it, Greater Restoration? You said that's a 5th level spell?
Greater Restoration's really good, because that, like...
Yeah, I
That's
think
like
I'm gonna
one of-
get that as like our emergency like outlet if someone gets cursed or charmed, petrified, if anything like that happens.
Yeah, I will say, Rua
Oh, it's
actually has an
touch,
ability
though.
that cleanses charm off himself, but that still
Okay.
doesn't mean other people in the group wouldn't
Yeah.
want that. Because depending on
So-
how depending on the charm of a creature, like a vampire's charm, you know, all that could
Mhm.
even cleanse Geish if I use that on you guys.
Yeah, the only tough part about it is I have to be touching the person.
True. Pass wall isn't bad.
Oh, you know what could help me with that in terms of Greater Restoration? If I have Greater Invisibility.
True. Greater invisibility is very nice. Well, if you gave that to like Dairon could just
I would be
constantly get off.
nasty. I would be
Dairon could just get
nasty.
sneak attacks for fun, and at that point, I would have to start doing true sight enemies. that. No,
To be fair though, Dyrod already gets sneak attack for days. It's just a matter of how you want me to get it.
Honestly,
Yeah.
combo that with like an appropriate feat. Like I know, Mage Slayer would work really great because we have so much trouble with enemy mages. Honestly,
true.
but
Yeah,
Also,
that'd probably be
I'd already
better
picked
for more
tough as my
mobile.
feat.
mhm.
But I think if I did Greater Invisibility, that would also like increase my survivability because then I'd be able to stealth my way around a bit better.
Well, you
'Cause-
could give that to anyone. Like that could be given to Aldane to make up for his bad stealth. Because then,
That's
at
true.
worst, because all that would happen is if you guys got spotted or you were trying to like sneak, you just leave Aldane there, and as long as they don't walk into him and he doesn't move, then Aldane can afford to be invisible because of his noise.
Yep.
Otherwise, you could just give that to Aldane. You could give that to Felix. You could give that to Rua. You could give that to Dairon. You could give that to anyone.
Yeah, and it's a 4th level spell, so like it's not like because I don't want to have too many 5th level spells because I only have 2 spell slots for it.
Yeah,
So I don't want to like
completely
limit
fair.
myself too much. So I'm trying to find like because I already added another 5th level with Greater Restoration, so now I have 3 5th level spells that I can see myself using in a pinch,
I mean,
and then
Tiny
I have
Hut
2
isn't bad.
others. I already have Tiny Hut,
Oh yeah, you do.
and
But Jacob
I also have.
Mordenkainen's.
Actually, I have 5 5th level spels because of
Yeah,
my
you know what,
instrument. I have Pass
was
Wall,
act-
Telepathic Bond, Animate
was
Objects,
actually-
Master.
I was actually looking at that again. Dylan, you could get Mordenkainen's Private Sanctum. You basically create an area which is a cube that can be as small as 5 feet or as large as 100 feet on either side. Inside, sound can't pass through the barrier at the edge of the warded area. The barrier appears dark and foggy, preventing dark vision through it. Preventing vision, including dark vision. Sensors created by divination spells can't appear inside the protected area. Creatures within this area can't be targeted by divination spells. Nothing can teleport in or out, and you can't planar travel. Which, honestly, it's not bad, but it's not Magnificent Mansion.
When
Storytime
paired with
and
Tiny
stuff in
Hut,
general is
though.
really neat.
Wait, let me look at Tiny Hut again real quick.
Tiny Hut's small.
Tiny Hut's small, but for this party, it works.
I don't
Well, I
think
already
we've-
had, like, I
I'm
already
not
have
sure
Tiny
if we've
Hut. so I
ever
just wanna make
actually
sure.
cast it though.
We have a couple times.
You've never needed it, usually.
You know what's really funny is I remember one campaign I was in where we were doing a whole last tournament arc thing, and one of the players just cast fucking Tiny Hut during the middle of a tournament match.
I can
And
see that. Yeah.
Just used it to their advantage. It's very funny.
Locate creature.
I found La Creatura.
You
Oh
can
wait,
locate.
so isn't Tiny Hut basically the same thing as the one you told me about, but just like I could change the size as I wanted?
Yeah, so Private Sanctum is kind of good if you're like. Because it lasts for a day, so that's really good if you had to like hunker down in like an inn. Like, I always see Private Sanctum as being really good if you're like warding off an invasion.
Okay, so
But
but it's
I
a
mean,
4th level versus a 3rd level.
it's not bad. There's,
Mhm.
I would say it's good, but there's better spells in 4th level alone, like Sickening Radiance.
Yeah.
Sickening Radiance, Hallucinatory Terrain. In a 100-foot cube, you can choose that area to change the look, sound, and smell as if it's any other natural terrain. So you could like turn an open swamp into like a snowy field.
Huh.
The tactile characteristics of the terrain are unchanged.
Yeah.
So creatures are likely to see the illusion, but it can be really good to fuck up people who are coming at you. But again, that's another one that's only really good when you're having
You're
enemies
dealing with
come
them
at you.
Yeah.
But again, you're with your invasion into Black Rain, I would recommend spells that involve you being that don't involve you having to be reactive. In that, like waiting for them to come at you.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I was getting mistaken with Mirage Arcane, which is very stronger and much better.
Is that
Arcane
on...
is stupid.
Which level is that?
7.
Mirage, yeah, 7.
Oh, never mind then.
Oryx has that spell.
I do need to figure out where the fuck Oryx is. I have a question for him. Without the like.
Also, just a reminder, I do have a soft out in about 10-15 minutes.
Well, what we could do is we could just call the session here, because
We've mostly been discussing like the feats and other level up stuff.
Yeah.
yeah, like we can continue the
Sorry.
other roleplay.
No, it's
bit.
fine.
We can continue the other roleplay segment next session, and also then go into the strategy involving invading Black Rain. And then the next session after that would be on the way to invading Black Rain.
Yeah. Alright, well, apologies, it's mostly been, admin
A
stuff.
lot of
but,
theory crafting.
Yeah. But thank you.
That's what it is.
Thank you everybody for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed. In terms of future stuff, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, please do give us a follow here on Twitch and all that YouTube stuff.
Like and subscribe down below, bell icon.
And otherwise, hopefully we shall see you on Tuesday. Good night.
Later.